Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this tutorial I am doing some short Marley twists. I believe mojito twist. I use 16 inches and I cut that into two. She wanted it really short, so I cut it into two. I used one strand per braid. Basically like took one strand of the 16-inch and cut that into two, so it became two strands. So if you cut it into two, then you will be using two strands per braid. She wanted it in boxes, so that's what I did. This video is very detailed. I mean, I feel like I slowed it down and did close-ups so you guys can see how I grip and how I braid. So I hope you guys are able to understand this tutorial. I'm not really gonna be talking like that because I don't know, I feel like I've done a lot of tutorials like this, but I'm just trying to help you guys get the concept and different types of braids that you can be doing. So for the before I braided, I forgot to show the stuff that I used, but I used jam. I applied the jam to her scalp and then I went ahead and braided. That's why it looks so smooth, or whatever the case may be. I use jam. You can also use, I used to use the beeswax braiding cream, but I stopped using that because it dries out really fast, and once it's dried out, like, there's not really much you can do with it. But I am an underhand braider. A lot of you guys ask. I am an underhand braider. That's why I grip like that. I can also do overhand, but I prefer doing it like this. Like if I was doing my own hair, then I do overhand. Like, if I was to be doing cornrows, that's how I would be doing my hair, because that's how I can be able to grip the back. But when I'm doing clients' hair, most of the time I am an underhand braider, unless I get to the top and I can't, they're too tall for me to reach. If I'm not stepping on the stepping stool, then I'm gonna do an overhand. But right now I'm just sectioning the hair. Just make sure you part, your lines are straight, and just keep doing it in sections. So as you guys know, I like to make as many sections as I possibly can and then go ahead and braid. I feel like that saves me a lot of time and it's easier for me, and I feel like it's also easier for the client because you're not going in and out with the comb and putting tension in their hair when their scalp is probably already hurting from all the braiding. So I'm just gonna put some of it up so that it's not in my way, and then I'm gonna braid the rest. See right there, I am an underhand. If you guys do not get this technique down after watching this video, braiding might not just be for you. Braiding might just not be for you. Usually I speed up my videos, but you guys have been asking me to slow it down. So I feel like, if I slow it down too much, you guys will be watching the tutorial for like 30 minutes straight, and we don't want that. So I slowed most of it down, and some of them I speed up. But if you watch it all the way to the end, how I did the last section, I feel like that should be more understanding for you guys to get. The color that she's using is T350. Yeah, I believe it's T350. It's burgundy, but then it has like some blacks in it, like black streaks in it. So I thought it was a cute color. I wouldn't mind using that color for my hair. I used to love colors. I used to be obsessed with colors, but as I got older, I'm like, I used to do every color you could possibly think of when I was doing my hair. But now I'm like mostly doing black. If not black, then maybe like dark purple or like a burgundy color. But I'm not crazy with my colors as I used to be when I was younger. I've been doing my hair for quite a while. I think I started doing my own hair when I was like 16, 15. That's when I started doing my own hair. So I've been doing it for a pretty long time. Pretty long time. See how neat that looks? Like I said, when you're doing the back, you can part it, you can make your parts a little bit big, but when you're getting to the front, you want to make sure your parts are small. Not too small, but small, so that your braids are full and nice and not, have like big spaces in between. Unless that's how you want it or that's how the client wants it, fine. Because sometimes we just want like doodle braids on top of our head, like just 5-10 big braids. That's fine. But if they want it full, you don't want it to be too much hair, but at the same time you want it to be full. So I feel like this is a good way to do it. I don't know if I told you guys how many packs of hair I used. I used 4 packs of the mojito twist hair, and I cut that into 2. It was the 16 inches, and I cut it into 2 to get this length. I used 4 packs because, again, I cut it into 2, so that basically I used 8 packs. Excuse my son yapping away. We are almost done. I get so excited when I'm like almost done. But then I feel like, when you're almost done, you feel like you have more to do. I feel like it goes by slow when you're almost done. You feel like, oh my God, is this ever gonna end? But I get really excited when I'm almost done. I take my clients at 6 a.m. in the morning because I like to finish before my kids wake up. Usually when I'm doing crochet, it takes me like an hour to 2 hours depending on what type of crochet you're doing. So if they come at 6 a.m., by the time my kids wake up, they usually wake up around 10, if I'm lucky 11. So by the time they wake up, as you can see, one just ran across. Usually I like to be done before they wake up so they're not bothering me and I have, time for them. This took me, I think it was, took me 3 hours, 3.5 hours max, I think. See how I grip that? And I know most of you are wondering, like, why start off as braids if it's twist? I feel like because if you start off as twist, it's cute, but it's not gonna last you as long as if you start off as braids. It's gonna last you longer. So that's why most clients want you to start it off as twist start it off as braids rather than twist. So after seeing this part, you guys should be able to see how I grip the hair. We are all done. I went ahead and I did. Isn't that pretty? I love the length. I might do something like that, but I'll probably do mine's bigger. But we're all done. I'm gonna go ahead and dip it in hot water. The reason why the hair is dipped in hot water is because it loosens up the braids. You guys see how stiff it was prior to me dipping it? Once it's dipped in hot water, it loosens up the hair and it makes it more movable and manageable. That's why you dip the hair, and also to secure the ends. Right now I'm just putting some mousse in there, and then I am gonna go ahead and spray some oil sheen, and then I'm going to trim the ends, make sure the ends look nice, and that will be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial. I know I look ratchet, but it is what it is.